Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. We're going to be breaking down this upcoming pay-per-view UFC 318 card. We got Dustin Poirier fighting Max Holloway for that BMF belt. And this is going to be Dustin Poirier's retirement fight, by the way. He's going to be fighting at home in Louisiana, New Orleans. So let's see how this fight goes for Poirier. I'm excited, man. This is going to be the last we're going to see him fight ever in the UFC or overall. I don't think he's going to go over to boxing or he's going to do any of those fights that other people do when they retire just to make a quick paycheck. So I really do think this is the last time we see Poirier ever compete in MMA overall or boxing or any other combat sports. And obviously we got Michael Johnson taking on Daniel Zellhuber. We got Gautier taking on Robert Valentin. Dan Ige is going to be taking on the former Bellator champion, Patricio Pitbull. This is a pretty good matchup for Dan Ige, in my opinion. We also got Paulo Costa taking on Roman Kopylov. I mean, I don't know. This is probably like the fifth time they made this matchup in the UFC now for Kopylov and Paulo Costa. So I really hope this fight stays on the card. We need this matchup on this card because there really aren't a lot of big names on this card. We got Brendan Holland taking on Vettori. We got Fugitt taking on Islam Dulatov. This is going to be Dulatov's debut in the UFC. He's coming off a brutal KO win over a guy in Contender Series. So I'm excited to see Dulatov fight. These guys were supposed to fight each other a few months back, and Dulatov was dealing with some injuries, so I hope he stays on this card. We also got Lockdog, Muniz Oliveira taking on Caliari. Phillips. This is a ranked top 15 matchup at bantamweight. We also got Jimmy Crute taking on Marcin Prachnio. I mean, I'm sure you guys don't really care about that fight. We got Kevin Holland on this card. I'm sure Kevin Holland's going to be the higher on this card. We obviously, I mean, it wouldn't be a pay-per-view card if you don't put Ryan Spann on there, right? we got Bruno Ferreira taking on Jackson McVey. And guys, make sure you guys like the video if you guys do enjoy these early breakdowns. And also subscribe, man. I'm trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the next few months. I believe we passed 3,200. We passed over 3,200. We're almost 3,300 now. So I'd appreciate if you guys also smash that subscribe button and also join Discord. We have a really good Discord community with over almost 500 members now, and we've been cashing plays in baseball. I'm on like a 5-day streak for baseball. We've been cashing one bet every single day for baseball, and also we have soccer. I mean NBA, everything in the Discord community is free, by the way, so it's not gonna cost you a penny. And also and if you guys do want to support my channel, you guys do like the work. If you guys do want to support the work that I do on the channel, you can become a member. It's $4.99 a month, and that's the way you can support the channel. You get some live stream perks. You get to hang out with me for the watch parties, and I will be live for this card on July 6th, 19th, I believe. And so let's do the breakdown now, guys. Obviously, you guys are here for the breakdown. Let's talk about the early fight. First fight on the card is going to be Bruno Ferreira taking on the newcomer Jackson McVey, who got signed to the UFC. And he was supposed to fight on the last pay-per-view card, UFC 317. So I'm sure you guys know what happened there with Jackson McVey. He was supposed to take on Rodriguez Dumas, that gangbanger. I mean, I called him a gangbanger when he fought Mikhail Lajic, and someone left a comment under my video that I was profiling him. I mean, some of these people, like, they have no clue what they're saying sometimes. This guy, I'm happy. I hope they cut out Rodriguez Dumas. I don't know why he's still in the roster, because he's been arrested like 20 times by now. And like he couldn't get his ankle monitor off in time, so he couldn't fight on the UFC 317 card. So they were trying to bring him. They brought someone else in to fight Jackson McVey on that card. I believe it was Christopher Eward. And this guy came in. He missed weight by like 10 pounds, I believe. And they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna make this matchup. We're not gonna go ahead with this matchup." So they cut him. So it sucks for Christopher. I mean, it doesn't suck for him, but like, you imagine getting this opportunity to fight on the pay-per-view card in your debut and you fumble that. So I mean, good for McVey. I mean, he's definitely a savage. He's like, I'll take anyone anytime. I don't care. So now he's taking on Bruno Ferreira, who's got over 6 fights in the UFC now, and he's done really well. He's 4-2 in the UFC, and he's 1-0 Contender Series. His losses are to Abu Smagomedov, and in fights that he's not looking bad in some of these fights, even that he's losing in. He came in on short notice against Gregory Rodriguez in on that Brazilian card. I believe it was Almeida versus Derek Lewis card in Brazil, right? Was that the card? I believe that was the card. Or it was actually no, it was actually Teixeira versus Jamal Hill. Was this in Brazil? I believe it was in Brazil. Yeah, it was in Brazil. So I was mixing up the other Brazilian card with Derek Lewis and Jailton Almeida, but these guys were fighting on that Jamal Hill versus Teixeira card. But yeah, this matchup, man, I think it's a tough matchup for Jackson McVey. In your debut, you're taking on a guy like Ferreira. Now, obviously, Jackson's going to be much taller. He's going to be like 5 inches taller. He's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage over Ferreira. But like, he's going to have to we don't know what McVey looks like in the later rounds. I mean, Ferreira hardly ever goes the distance. I believe he's never gone to the scorecards in his whole career. In 15 fights, he's never seen scorecards. I mean, they were going to get a finish here, probably under 1.5 rounds. I'm going to have to go with Ferreira. I mean, I can't pick a guy obviously you can take an underdog shot in McVey, but this is not a good, I don't think this is a good matchup for him in his debut in the UFC. He's going to be taking on Ferreira, who's got a judo background, so I don't see him just taking him down, bullying him on the ground. And I think Ferreira has better technical striking, and obviously now he has UFC experience under him. He should be comfortable here. He should find that finish. I'm going to go Ferreira by KO TKO. I think he knocks him out in the first round. Let's look at the odds. The odds for this one is, let's see if I can find the odds. McVey coming in at plus 475. Obviously, a lot of money coming in on Ferreira. I would look at the under 1.5 rounds, under 2.5 rounds. This fight should finish likely under 1.5 rounds. I think it's going to be a car crash, and I see Ferreira getting that finish. Even if Ferreira, even if he loses, I think he might get finished by McVey, because McVey is going to be so much taller. Maybe you can land a high kick or something crazy like that. So both the guys have finishing ability in this matchup. So I do like that under a lot more than taking Ferreira at minus 650 in a parlay. That is pretty risky still. But I think Ferreira by ITD, Ferreira by KO TKO. He can also submit him too. I mean, we've seen him go out there, submit Petrosian, but Petrosian has no grappling. That's what we took Ferreira at plus money over Petrosian. I didn't understand that plus money on Ferreira over a guy like Petrosian. There's no grappling at all, and not much power on the feet either, right? All right, let's move on, guys. Next fight on the card. I mean, like I was saying earlier, this card would not be a pay-per-view card if you didn't put Ryan Spann on the card. Ryan Spann, man, now they're giving him someone in his second fight at heavyweight. He's taking on Lucas Brzeski. Man, Lucas should be I think he should be 2-4 in the UFC. I mean, he should be 2-4 in the UFC. Because I do think he went out there and beat Martin Buday, who's obviously pretty horrible, but keeps finding ways to win. I don't know how he keeps winning. But yeah, I did bet on him. I bet him live over Martin Buday, and I lost $500 on him. He clearly won that fight, but the judges apparently, I don't know why they love Martin Buday so much, and he's able to just kind of whale his way to wins on by decision. Yeah, it was this fight right here, Martin Buday. He won that fight over Buday, but I don't really rate a win over Buday all that much. Now, this is Ryan Spann's second fight at 265. Obviously took on Waldo Cortez Acosta, which was not a favorable matchup for him. We took Waldo there. I knew Waldo was probably going to finish him in the second round. He went out there, finished him in the second round. He finished him in the second round after. So I think this is a better matchup for Spann. He's got wins over high-level guys. I mean, he's the last guy to beat Dominic Reyes. Knocked him out with the jab. And obviously, Dominic Reyes right now looks incredible. He's on a 35 win streak, I believe now. Wins over Anthony Smith. just knocked out Nikita Krylov, just knocked out Jacoby. So like this guy, in the first round, I mean, Ryan Spann's a problem in the first round, but the problem that I have for Ryan Spann is what happens if it goes past the first round. Now, is this fight going to go past the first round? Probably not, because I think Brzeski is probably not surviving that first round. But if he does, he could win. He could win this fight if Ryan Spann can't finish him in the first round, because I can't trust his cardio. I can't trust his fight IQ. I certainly can't trust him in parlays. I mean, but I got to pick Ryan Spann here, because he's a much more dangerous fighter in the first round. He can grapple. He can club and sub you in the first round. Like, does that mean I'm going to go put money on him at 3-1, minus 250, I believe the line is now? Because if this goes past the first round, you can't finish him in the first round. Ryan Spann's one of these guys is going to fall apart. He's just going to fall apart. He doesn't know what to do in the second, third round. He just kind of quits on himself. And I can see Lucas just kind of like striking him, landing more volume, picking up the pace, because he has a better gas tank, he has a better cardio, better fight IQ, maybe even. And but he doesn't have the better chin. I mean, I don't know which one of these guys have the better chin. I'm gonna go with Spann by KO TKO. If he loses to Lucas Brzeski, they gotta cut him. They have to cut him from the UFC. I mean, I don't want to see this guy in the UFC on the roster if he can't beat a guy like Lucas Brzeski at this point. Give me Ryan Spann by KO TKO or submission. Could be a club and sub. So take Ryan Spann by first round finish. That's basically his money line to me. Ryan Spann minus 255. Obviously, money coming in on Lucas Brzeski, which is understandable, right? Because if he survives that first round, he's super alive to win this matchup. Next fight on the card, we got Kevin Holland taking on Daniel Rodriguez. Pretty good matchup for Kevin Holland. I'm happy he's staying down at welterweight now. He's not moving up and down again, and we've actually done really well in Kevin Holland fights. I believe we're like 9-0 in his last 9 fights. So like we've done really well. Like, look, I haven't got a Kevin Holland fight wrong since like 20. I believe I did pick him over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and he broke his hand in that fight. So I'm actually like 10-1. Obviously, I picked Chimaev to beat him there. And I did pick him over Tim Means and Oliveira. So like I'm actually like 12-1 on Kevin Holland's last 13 fights. And I normally I fade him when he's up at 185. I picked Roman Dolidze to go out there, have success with the wrestling. And I picked Renier de Ritter to like take him down, I wrestle him, and he was able to finish him by submission. But those guys are huge, man. Those guys up at 185 are huge. Now, this fight being at 170, I think it favors Kevin Holland. He's going to be the better grappler. He's going to have the better jiu-jitsu. And I do favor his striking a bit more than Rodriguez. He's got better kicks from range. Now, Rodriguez has really good boxing, and he can land a ton of volume on the feet. But like I think Kevin Holland should be, if he is locked in all the way, which I feel like he is, if he's fighting at 170, that's when I take him serious and I pick him at 170 more often than not. I did pick Jack Della Maddalena to beat him by decision, but that was just obviously Jack Della is a champion right now. No shame in that. I'm going to have to go with Kevin Holland. Does he submit him? The question is, can he catch him in a submission? He does finish people when he's going out there winning, right? He's got really sneaky jiu-jitsu. Do I pick him by submission? I mean, the last time we've seen Rodriguez, I mean, the only time we've seen him get finished by submission, I believe, was Neil Magny in that third round when he was really tired. And he might have been winning the first rounds over Neil Magny, I believe. I think he was up 2 rounds over Neil Magny. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was having success early over Neil Magny. Then Neil Magny, he got really tired. Then Neil Magny was able to catch him in that submission and finish him off by a dark stroke. I'm going to have to go with Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland wins. Submission is super alive. Does he knock him out? Probably not. I'm going to go submission for Kevin Holland in this matchup. Let's see what the odds are. Kevin Holland minus 350. That line is a bit crazy for Kevin Holland. If he was a minus 200, minus 180, minus 200, honestly, I would bet him at minus 200, even minus 220. Minus 350 is a bit wide, but I'm gonna have to go with Kevin Holland here. I do think he wins this fight. Next fight on the card, we got Francisco Prado in his second fight up at welterweight. He's taking Nikolay Veretennikov. Man, I picked Prado as underdog, and I bet him. Only bet like a half unit on him over Jake Matthews, but Jake Matthews is pretty damn good. He's fighting on the UFC National card this week. I'm recording this video like a week before, so if you're watching this during pay-per-view week, just know that I'm recording this video way ahead of time. So here we go, man. Prado. I was hoping he's gonna move down to 155. But I guess he's staying up at 170 now. He's not, because Veretennikov is going to be the much larger fighter. He made his UFC debut. I believe it was on short notice for Veretennikov, and he fought Barlow. They both looked pretty mid in that matchup. I don't think either one of them looked impressive. Obviously, Barlow went on to lose to Sam Patterson, who's really good. And he got knocked out in the first round by Sam Patterson. But Patterson is really underrated. Then he took on Austin Vanderford. I believe Vanderford, I don't know what happened, because he had so many cancellations. Like, there's something going on with this guy, man. He was supposed to fight Billy Ray Goff, and he didn't want to fight him. He withdrew from that fight. So they gave him Vanderford, who was able to use his wrestling and take him down, beat him up on the ground. He couldn't do anything from his back against Vanderford. But Vanderford has really good wrestling, and he's actually a really good grappler. Nasty submission game, nasty ground and pound. In this matchup, Prado's going to be much smaller. He has really, he's got good boxing. He's a dog, man. He's never been finished ever. He's super tough. And his cardio normally isn't that bad. But he is 1-3 in the UFC, I mean. But Veretenikov's 0-2 in the UFC now. This one's probably going to be close. Because I don't know if I see Prado going out there mixing in takedowns on Veretennikov, right? So this one, I reckon it's going to be close. It's going to be a close fight. But I do favor Prado's durability more. I do favor his cardio more than Veretennikov. I can see Prado pressuring forward and having success. He's training at American Top Team. This is going to be his second fight training over there for American Top Team. So I do like that for Prado. I'm sure he's going to put on more weight this time now that he's been able to it for a couple of months now. I'm going to have to go with Prado here. I'm going to have to go with Prado. Does he not? The question is, does he knock him out? I don't know. I don't know if he knocks him out on the feet, because Veretennikov is pretty damn tough. But I think Prado can win by decision. So I'm going to go Prado by decision. He can maybe win his first decision, or maybe you can catch him in a submission, but I don't know if his wrestling is that crazy. But I'm gonna go with Prado. I don't know if I can trust Veretennikov. I think we should see some improvements from Prado's game. He's only 23 years old. I mean, he's gonna get better. He's getting more experience now in the UFC. So I think we're gonna see improvements from Prado, whereas Veretennikov is already 35 years old. And he's going to be as good as he's already shown to be. This fight, I did bet on Prado at plus money, and he actually opened up as underdog here. He opened up at plus 160. I wish I got him there plus money. I'd bet him at plus money. I'm not really sure if I'll pull the trigger at minus 160, because he's actually the lighter guy moving up to welterweight. Obviously, he's only 5'10". He's not that tall. He's gonna have to deal with the reach advantage from Veretennikov. He's gonna have to get on the inside, have success with his boxing. But I'm gonna have to go with Prado. I think he's got more potential. We can see him go out there and look better. But I don't really expect Veretennikov to show anything new to us that we haven't seen from him. Close fight. I think it goes. I think Prado can pull it off. Next fight on the card, we got Jimmy Crute taking on Marcin Prachnio. Now, the crazy thing is about this fight, man, Jimmy Crute, he was retired. He came back and he fought Rodolfo Bellato. Almost finished him in the first round. He should have finished him in the first round. Bellato is just one of these guys. I think Bellato is an absolute fraud. I really think he's an absolute fraud. But he almost finished Bellato in the first round, then he kind of fumbled that finish. The referee should have probably stopped the fight in the first round. I believe if I was a referee, I would have stopped that fight more times than not. I mean. he's like, when was the last time he won a fight? Like, the Crute is super dangerous early. His cardio isn't that crazy. I mean, he knocked down Modesta because I'm gonna have to go Jimmy Crute here, man. Prachnio is a solid kickboxer, but like, he's got wins over, like, what's his name? What's that guy's name, man? He got Khalil Rountree. He got that win over Khalil Rountree because Khalil was going crazy in the first round, then he gassed out in the second, third round. He was getting outstruck. So this one can go one or either ways. Either like Jimmy Crute goes out there, knocks him out in the first round, or he subs him in the first round, which is super live. I think his jiu-jitsu is so much better than Prachnio. He should be able to submit him in the first round. So I'm gonna go by submission for Jimmy Crute here. It's hard to trust someone that hasn't won a fight since like in a few years. It's really hard to trust someone that hasn't won a fight since 2020 in 5 years. But I do think Crute is the better fighter. He's definitely more dangerous. He's got more power on the feet. He's going to be much faster than Prachnio. Prachnio is one of these guys that has a decent cardio. And if you don't take him down, you don't get on the inside, you don't crack him, you don't crack that chin, he can have success, kind of like pitter-patter, landing pitter-patter shots from the outside, like he did against William Knight. William Knight just kind of froze. I don't know what happened to William Knight there. And even Devin Clark, he really wasn't doing anything. I don't even think he was shooting takedowns. I guess he was shooting takedowns. He wasn't getting takedowns. He just forgot completely that he can strike. So Prachnio can win fights if you just let him. If you don't go out there, you don't put pressure on him, you just kind of let him do his thing, he can win like that. But I'm going to have to go with Jimmy Crute as a pick. I do think he should win. Minus 300, hell no, I can't trust minus 300. But I'll look at the Jimmy Crute ITD prop. Because he's a finisher. When he's winning, he's definitely a finisher. 4 wins by finish in the UFC, and he's been finished 4 times. All right, next fight on the card, we got Carly Judice taking on Nicole Caliari. Man, this one is a pretty good matchup for WMA. For a WMA fight, it's a pretty good matchup. Now, Carly Judice went out there, starched Dubin with that crazy left high kick. I actually picked Dubin as a big underdog there. I know, crazy pick. I shouldn't have picked Dubin there. I should have known that. Like, she got lucky on Contender Series against Shannon Clark because he knocked her out cold. So I was like, maybe she can knock out Carly Judice. But Judice is actually like a pretty good striker for WMA. She's fast, she's precise, she's got really good kickboxing, she can land a ton of volume, she's got really good gas tank, really good cardio, decent takedown defense. Her takedown defense really isn't all that bad. And Nicole Caliari, she needs to get takedowns to win, man. That's my problem with Nicole Caliari. I did pick Ernesta Kirchkati to beat her there, and that should have been unanimous. I don't know why they scored that fight split. That fight should have been unanimous for Ernesta Kirchkati. Should have been 28-28 for Ernesta Kirchkati, but the judges, they don't know what they're scoring sometimes. I'm going to go with Carly Judice. I don't think she knocks her out. I think she's going to outstrike her for 3 rounds. She should be able to defend majority of the takedowns that will be going her, like, that will be coming her way from Nicole Caliari. Caliari is kind of hot though. Like, if you guys haven't seen her Instagram, go check her Instagram out. She can probably have another career if MMA doesn't work out for her. She has better, like, let me get back to the breakdowns. I mean, let me not go off track too much. But yeah, Nicole Caliari, her grappling is pretty nasty. Like, her grappling is not that bad. But I think she's going to have a hard time getting takedowns in this matchup. So I'm going to have to go with Carly Judice to be the better striker, land more volume. She's got more experience in UFC now. I'm going to go Judice by decision. Let's see what the odds are. Judice minus 250. I think Judice wins. I think Judice should win this fight by decision. I don't think I see her finishing Caliari by KO. She could maybe finish her later if Caliari gets really tired shooting takedowns in the first rounds and she doesn't have success. She can maybe burn herself out. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card, we got Phillips taking on Vinicius Oliveira, lock dog Oliveira. Now I actually bet on Oliveira plus money. We got him live on the live stream. because I seen the side fading in the second, third round. I was like, oh, it's over now, because he couldn't get it. He couldn't get that submission. I picked Nurmagomedov by submission in the first round, I believe. And he had an opportunity to like lock in that submission, that ninja choke. He couldn't finish it, so I knew it was over for side Nurmagomedov. We did pick him with Ricky Simon. We cashed on him at plus 200. I knew he was gonna be okay there. And we cashed on him with Burnout of Soul by where he knocked him off flying down to that crazy flying knee in the third round in the last 30 seconds, I believe it was. I think that was the best KO last year in 2024. The best knockout we've seen last year, in my opinion, in the UFC. So when you see Oliveira, we know what this guy's good at. He's got a really good gas tank, really good cardio, real decent striker. He does get a bit reckless sometimes, but his wrestling takedown defense is okay. It's getting better. I do think his takedown defense is getting better. We've seen him get taken on by Bernardo Sopa. We've seen him get mounted, but the guy's extremely tough. He is really durable. I know he's been knocked out a few times early on because he was fighting super recklessly, and he got knocked out by Ali Taleb in that third round because he was like, his hands are so low. Normally his hands are low, but I don't think that's going to matter in this fight. I don't think Kyler Phillips has a lot of power. Phillips is a good striker. He's definitely one of the cleaner strikers at bantamweight. And he took his first career loss. Not his first career loss. I mean, he took his... he was on a nice run. He's got wins over Song Yadong, wins over Tony Barcelos. I believe he did drop Barcelos in that fight also. Clean 30.7 over Pedro Munoz. Then he had a good first round against Raffon. Took him down in the first round. He was trying to out-grapple with Raffon. Then he completely got tired. He completely gassed out in the second, third round. And Raffon picked up the pace there. Man, this one is a bit tough because I don't think Phillips has an opportunity to win if he can keep it like clean. If he can stay on the outside, land those low kicks, spinning attacks, give him different looks. But the more I think about it, like I think Vinicius Oliveira is gonna have more power on the feet. He definitely hits harder. He's gonna be the one pressuring forward more. And I don't really see him shooting takedowns. He doesn't really shoot takedowns in this fight. So maybe Phillips can have success taking him down early. But the longer it goes, second, third, and when we go into the second round, if we go into the second, obviously there could be finished early here. So if you go into the second, third round, I think when he sees win the second round, he's definitely going to win the third round. So it's going to come down to the first round. I think Phillips will be winning the first round. He's going to give him a lot of. He's going to be throwing a lot of different variety of strikes, spinning attacks, spinning back fists, spinning wheel kicks, spinning kicks to the body, and those low kicks from Phillips are going to be landing early. But once Oliveira gets that timing down and he finds his range, he can land his own low kicks, and he's going to be pressuring forward. I'm going to have to go Vinicius Oliveira here, but I think Kyler Phillips is a super live underdog. He can win. You can maybe take him by decision if you think Phillips is going to win, but I'm going to have to go with Vinicius, lock dog, Oliveira. I don't think he's getting beat up by Kyler Phillips at this point right now. That's going to be my pick. Vinicius by decision. I think Vinicius by decision here. Let's see what the odds are. Minus 170 for Vinicius Oliveira. I think he should be like minus 150-ish. I'll bet him at like minus 140. Maybe live. I think it's better to live bet him in the second now. You can get plus money on him. But if you win the first round, then you're probably gonna have to, like, you probably won't be able to get any plus money or like anywhere close to this line, minus 170. I think Phillips wins the first round, then he takes over in the second, third round. So I'm gonna say 29-28 for Oliveira. He takes the second, third round. Next fight on the card, we got Adam Fugitt taking on Islam Dulatov. Now, obviously, these guys were supposed to fight each other. Which card were they supposed to fight each other? I believe it was early this year in February on that Cejudo versus Song Yadong card. And they actually had parlays with Dulatov. I got him at minus 298 there. And I was pretty confident, and I was disappointed when he had to pull out due to an injury. I believe it was a shoulder injury, which is why we didn't see him fight on that Song Yadong and Cejudo card. Man, this one's easy. This one's easy. This one is super easy. Dulatov's gonna go out there. He's got nasty jiu-jitsu, nasty finishing instincts, and he's gonna go out there. He's gonna break Adam Fugitt. He's gonna finish him in the first round. I'm gonna say Dulatov knocks him out in the first round. First round brutal KO by Dulatov. Man, this guy is like, if he has you hurt, you're not gonna recover. So your best chance is to catch Dulatov as he's coming in, because he is reckless and he's gonna be going for that finish right from the bell. Fugitt's not that bad, man. He's really not that bad, but like, this matchup is just not good for him. This is a really brutal matchup for him. But yeah, it's gonna be easy for Dulatov. First round KO, brutal KO, or summation. Could be either one of those. Under 1.5 rounds, take the under 1.5 rounds here. I bet the under 1.5 rounds in his last fight. And that was easy cash on that one. We parlayed that. We made a ton of money on Dulatov on Contender Series. He also has a brother fighting in Octagon, if you guys didn't know. So like, he's got a twin brother in Octagon. Hopefully we see him in the UFC soon. Let's see what the odds are. Dulatov coming in. I believe he's like over 4-1 here. 550 now. Yeah. Like, I'm disappointed. We like had parlays at minus 298, minus 300 back in February 22nd on that Cejudo card, and now he's minus 550. I would take the under 1.5 rounds. I'm sure they're gonna open their totals at 1.5 rounds. I'd be shocked they open the totals at 2.5 rounds. They're not that dumb. They should open the totals at 1.5 rounds. Take the under 1.5 rounds here. Next fight on the card, we got Marvin Vettori taking on Brendan Allen. And this one is a bit tough for me. You know why? Because Brendan Allen, he's a decent striker. He's both of them are like, I don't really rate Brendan Allen as like a high level striker. He's definitely more jiu-jitsu guy. Has decent wrestling. We've seen him have success against Sophie Hernandez. And he was very close to winning that fight. I mean, he makes mistakes. Both of his last fights is super close. Like, he was 1-1 with the Mavov, then he's out there in the third round pulling guard and like doing a bunch of other stuff that he was doing. Obviously, I bet on the Mavov live. I believe I got him like minus 180 live in the second round. So I was happy that he fumbled that third round. But like, he could be on a 5-5 win streak. I mean, not 5-5. He's like, he should be on like a longer win streak right now. But his fight IQ is questionable sometimes. How many wins did he have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He had 7 wins before. He could have been on like a 9-5 win streak right now if he just didn't fumble those one. Like, he's only been losing by 29-28 in those fights. 29-28, close decisions. And he was having success against Mavov with the striking in the third round. Then he goes out there like he's trying to like get takedowns on Mavov. If he just kept it standing, I think he could have won that fight. Obviously, took him down in the first round. He was like controlling Mavov from top position in the first round. Then he was getting controlled by Mavov in the second round. It was a very close fight. And I really rated Mavov big. I mean, we cashed on Mavov over Izzy at plus money, plus 140. So. And Mavo is really damn good. I mean, I've never picked against Mavo in the UFC. Man, then he had a grappling matchup with Kaya Braulio in karate combat. Obviously, last he got controlled. He didn't get finished in that fight. So, I mean, in that grappling match. So, can he take down Vettori? The question is, can he take down Vettori? Because Vettori has a background in grappling and wrestling, right? But Vettori came back after some injuries, and he hasn't really looked all that great. And he should have beat Roman Dolidze, but he was really like slowing down in the later rounds. He had success. He almost finished Dolidze. I mean, Dolidze is so damn tough. Like, I remember Mavov almost finished Dolidze and he couldn't get him out of there. Dolidze is just one of these guys. These Georgians are so damn tough. You can't finish them unless you're Garam Kutuzaladzhe and you're fighting Brenner. And Cannonier, he almost finished Cannonier in the first round, I remember. Then he got whooped for like the next 4 rounds. This one's going to be tricky, man, because I think this line should be a lot closer than it is. Like, what was the line? Allen coming in at minus 270. And Vettori coming in at plus 230. Honestly, Vettori, is a live underdog here. He could win. Like I could see him keeping it standing and like outstriking Allen on the feet. And I can see Allen making some mistakes with his fight IQ, not really being there in some moments. And it's only 2 rounds. I mean, it's only a 3-round fight. But I can also see Allen maybe taking him down, having success, getting his back, locking in that body triangle, looking for submissions. And this one, I'm going to have to go with Allen. I think he should win this fight. I always worry for Allen when I'm like, I think I've done pretty well in Allen though. What's my record in Allen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-1 in his last 6 fights. I'm gonna go with Allen. If he is 100% and he's not really injured, or like if he doesn't make a mistake out there, Allen by decision. Nothing. Allen by decision. It would be nice for him to if he can go out there finish Vettori. But Vettori is so damn tough. Never been finished before. He's so damn tough. I'm gonna say 20-20 for Brandon Allen. I can see Vettori winning though. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I can see Vettori pulling this one off by a close like 29-28. Also, I think I would look at the plus 2.5 on Vettori. Plus 2.5 on Vettori is not a bad bet. Over 2.5 rounds. I like the over 2.5 rounds here. Next fight on the card, we got Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. I've been a big hater of Paulo Costa. I'm honestly, I'm shocked this guy's still like ranked in the UFC in the top 15. I guess now he's not in the top 15, but he's been in the top 15 for so long. So ever since he couldn't finish Luke out cold. Obviously Luke out cold, but I call him Luke out cold. Like I bet so much money on him to knock out Luke out cold. Luke Rockhold, I mean. He went life and death with Luke Rockhold. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, Luke Rockhold came back after like a couple of years off, and he had a like, what was it, like a fight of the night with Luke Rockhold at this point, bro? Like, he was 37 years old. He should not be going life and death with Luke Rockhold at that point. Like, that was a horrible look, and I've been fading him ever since. Obviously, missed weight for that Vettori fight. They have to fight at 205, I believe. That fight was at 205, right? Because he missed weight. Yeah, that fight was at 205 upper weight class. Because Paulo Costa couldn't make that at 185 weight. Kopylov should win. I think Kopylov is going to go out there, knock his ass on. He's a far better striker. And he's definitely the more faster striker than Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, like, he can add some volume. Like, can't believe that judge scored that fight for Paulo Costa, the Strickland fight. Man, like, sometimes I just want to, like, it makes me so mad. Like, I don't know what these judges be watching something. Like, are they watching the same fight that I'm watching? Or are they watching something else? The fact they scored that fight for Paulo Costa just speaks to the how terrible some of these judges really are. I'm going to go with Kopylov. Do I go by decision? Do I see him getting KO? I think he finds a KO. I think Kopylov knocks his ass on. Give me Kopylov to find that KO in the second, third, maybe third round KO from Kopylov. I can see him landing a high kick, rocking Paulo Costa. Costa is pretty damn tough though. Like, I don't think he's only been finished by Israel Adesanya like one time. But I think Kopylov has the striking to like give him different looks, land a lot of high kicks, body kicks. And his setups are really nice when he's striking. So I'm going to go with Kopylov to find another KO. I don't see Costa going out there putting a wrestling clinic on Kopylov. We've seen Kopylov go out there, have success with his own wrestling over Cesar Almeida. And I think Almeida's a much better striker than Paulo Costa, by the way. Give me Kopylov to win. Kopylov, easy Kopylov, W incoming. Minus 235 for Kopylov. Kopilov's going to win this fight. Paulo Costa sucks. Next fight on the card, we got Dan Ige taking on Patricio Pitbull. Man, I'm going with Dan Ige here. I'm done picking these Bellator fighters that come over to UFC. I'm not picking Darren Peak over Mozart Evloev. I know they're fighting soon. Patricio Pitbull, like, I actually picked Moriya Rodriguez. I thought he could maybe take him down and have success with his wrestling, grappling. But the guy just doesn't have the explosiveness to, like, shoot double leg takedowns and get him and control people on the ground. Now, Dan Igue's takedown defense is a bit worse than Yair Rodriguez, in my opinion. Yair has like jiu-jitsu from his back. I don't think Dan Ige has any jiu-jitsu from his back. I mean, he hasn't really shown any jiu-jitsu. So the reason this line is close, this line for Dan Ige, he's minus 150. The reason this line is close, because Dan Ige has, sometimes he'll let the fight slip away. He'll give up some takedowns and he'll give up some control. But like, I think Dan Ige is going to win, man. He's a far better boxer than Patricio Pitbull. He's younger, in his prime. He's coming off a win over Sean Woodson. Lost to Lauren Murphy, where he knocked down Lauren Murphy in the first round, almost finished him. And that fight was really close. It came down to the last minute in the third round. And then where he got like outstruck in the last minute. That fight was really close. I believe some people are saying that Murphy lost that fight to Dan Ige. I don't think he did. And I picked him over Bryce Mitchell. Obviously, I think he won that Bryce Mitchell fight. He was landing more damage. He definitely did more damage. Obviously, gave up some takedowns to Bryce Mitchell, but Mitchell is actually a good wrestler. Now he's fighting down at 135. But he took that Lopez fight on short notice. No shame in that. I mean, he won the third round against Lopez on short notice, on like 4 hours notice. Unbelievable to go out there and like win the third round in that fight on 4 hours notice. I do think he's in training camp for another fight. I think he's preparing for a Brito fight, right? When they called him for that Lopez fight. Yeah, I think he was preparing for that Brito fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dan Ige by. Does he knock him on? I think he could knock him on. Dan Ige could knock him out, man. Pitbull's almost 30, like he's 30 years old now. He could knock him out. But I'm gonna go Dan Ige by decision. I think this fight goes over 2.5 rounds. Pitbull is pretty damn tough. And I don't really see, like, I can see Dan Ige dropping him, hurting him, and then like just kind of like cruising. Pitbull has the better jiu-jitsu, and he can survive, maybe grapple a bit, get a hold of him. I think he goes over 2.5 rounds, and I think Ige wins by decision. I like the money line for Ige. Minus 150 is not bad at all. Next fight on the card, we got at T-Bot, Gautier taking out Robert Valentin. Easy fight for Gautier. Easy fight for Gautier. He's going to run through this guy. Robert Valentin, he's been losing to people that can wrestle. I mean, so I guess you got to give him a break. Finney is a good wrestler. Obviously, the one judge just got so frustrated watching Finney control him for, I believe he controlled him for like 12 minutes in that fight. Let me see if I can pull up the stats, like how long he got controlled there. Yeah, Finney can do that. Finney can do that to a lot of people. He's really short, stocky, has really good control on the ground, really good wrestling, and even though he doesn't really do a lot of damage. So I guess one judge, Finney only landed 4 strikes in that fight over 15 minutes. I mean, what are you doing, Finney? Come on, man. I had high hopes for you. He did control him for like 13 minutes in that fight, so I was right. He actually did control him for 13 minutes. But look at this. He only landed 4 strikes in that fight, and he only attempted 35 strikes, even with 13 minutes of control. And that was just this is one of the most boring fights I've seen in the UFC. This is a good match for Gautier. I think he can have success if he wants to take this guy down, beat him up on the ground. Even if he doesn't want to take him down, he's going to be the more powerful striker. Definitely the more durable striker. I'm going to go with Gautier by first round KO. And he was the first one to knock out Jose Medina. I'm honestly so happy that punching bag finally got finished, because I was getting kind of sick of watching Jose Medina after he got signed to the UFC by losing a 30-27 to that Russian guy, Ghazi Yusulov. What was his name? Ghazi Yusulov? Magomed Ghazi Yasulov. Yeah, I remember that one. It's like Dana White's like, this doesn't make sense. Sometimes Dana White, he won't sign you if you win the fight. You go out there, dominate your opponent. It's a bit boring. He won't even sign you, and you go in there. He signs people like Jose Medina, who goes out there, is a punching bag for 15 minutes, gets absolutely whooped, doesn't win a single round, and he signs people like that. I mean, Dana White, just make it make sense, Dana White. I hope he gets cut. I don't want to see him in the UFC anymore. Gautier by first round KO. I think we're gonna see this fight should go under 1.5 rounds. Brutal matchup for Valentin here. Gautier minus 400. I would still parlay minus 400. I don't think it's bad. I don't think Valentin's gonna go out there and maybe he has better jiu-jitsu. Like we've seen him go out there, like take Ryan Loder's back, look for submissions. So he might have the better jiu-jitsu. Maybe he is dangerous on the feet. I mean, don't get me wrong. He can land some elbows, maybe knock him out. But I'm gonna go to Gautier. I think he can defend any takedowns. There are any takedowns, and he's definitely the better. I mean, the more powerful striker, has more one-punch KO power. We've seen throw knees up the middle that he was able to knock at Jose Medina, find that chain with that knee up the middle. Give me Gautier by KO in the first round. Next fight on the card, we got Michael Johnson taking on Daniel Zellhuber. I mean, here we go, man. Here we go. Daniel Zellhuber, the golden boy, coming off a fight of the night, lost to Esteban Ribovics. That was the best fight on the card. I mean, without this fight on that UFC NOJ card, that pay-per-view was just, I mean, I think there was like 2 fights that were really good on that card, on the UFC NOJ card. This was one of them. And the other one was Van versus what's that guy's name from Brazil? Joshua Van versus Edgar Chavez. I mean, they didn't give him the fight of the night. That's crazy. How do you not give Joshua Van and Edgar Chavez fight of the night? That was unbelievable by the UFC. I mean, they should have got fight of the night also, not in the UFC NOJ card. They definitely gave Ribovics and Zellhuber fight of the night because that was an incredible fight. And Zellhuber was winning that fight up until like the later half of that fight, where he got hurt badly in the third and almost got finished. But the guy has an incredible chin. He's super tough, super durable. Never been finished. I can't believe he lost Trey Ogden, bro. Like, I remember he came in, made his UFC debut, has a massive favor, and he lost to Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden's one of these guys, he can pull off stuff, like pull off wins when you don't expect it. And Trey Ogden actually outstruck him. He didn't even need to wrestle. Like, that was crazy that he was able to outstrike Zellhuber. Maybe just experience for Trey Ogden. And I could maybe he has some UFC jitters. Michael Johnson is a good striker. He's got a knockout win over Poirier. I mean, the guy on his best day, he can win fights over the best of them. Wins over Aaron Lobov. Aaron Lobov, the GOAT. Aaron Lobov. Where is he now? Justin Poirier, knocked to Justin Poirier, beat Edson Barboza. I mean, Tony Ferguson win. I mean, back in 2012. We're going all the way back now. But he's been looking okay. He's been getting some wins here and there. I remember he was winning that fight over Diego Ferreira, completely outclassing Diego Ferreira. Then he gets knocked out with the same punch that Josh Emmett knocked him out with a few fights back. I remember that same overhand right. Like, he just can't see the overhand right coming. So maybe Zellhuber, if him and his coaches do their tape study, they do their research, they should look to land that overhand right. Do I think he has the same power? Not really. As Ferreira and those other guys. Those guys hit a lot harder. Josh Emmett hits really hard. Zellhuber has more ways to win. Like, he's got more weapons at range. Nice low kicks, nice body kicks, nice deep kicks up the middle, nice elbows up close. He's got the better chin in this fight. He's got the better cardio. Less mileage in his career. I mean, he hasn't taken damage that Johnson's been taking. He's a lot younger. I mean, over 15 years younger. I mean, he's like 14 years younger. I mean, 13 years younger. So I'm gonna have to go with Zellhuber here. I do think this is a good bounce back spot for Zellhuber. He should win. Zellhuber by submission. I think we're gonna see like a club and sub situation here. That's the way I see this one going. Let's see what the odds are. Zellhuber minus 400. I think he should be good parlay piece. I do like him as a parlay piece here. I trust his durability. I trust him to land more output out there. And I trust him to have success. If he hurts Johnson, he can lock in the submission. He's got more finishing ability at this point. Johnson hasn't finished anyone since that. I can't believe the last time he finished. I can't remember the last time he finished anyone. The last time that he finished anyone was Alan Patrick. I'm not even sure who this guy is anymore. I don't remember him at all. Give me Zellhuber by club and sub. Next fight on the card, we got the main one of the evening, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys do appreciate these early breakdowns. So you guys can get to the money lines, bet way ahead of time. And I cover PFL, I cover UFC, I cover LFA also. I'm covering LFA this week. I already did a breakdown for LFA yesterday. So I put a lot of content on this channel, a lot of predictions. I do live streams where we covered PFL back to back because we had no UFC last week. So we did really well on those PFL cards. So let's make sure you guys subscribe. I want to hit 3,500 subscribers. So make sure you guys all subscribe. And then let's talk about this main event now, man. This is a trilogy for the BMF belt. Let's talk about it, man. This is going to be Poirier's retirement fight in Louisiana, in his hometown in New Orleans. He's going to have the crowd behind him. That's the one factor that you gotta look at. They're going to be going crazy for Poirier in Louisiana. Now everyone knows this is his retirement fight. He's already 2-0 over Max Holloway. Max Holloway, he made his UFC debut against Poirier back when he was like 20 years old. And that was a upper weight class at 155. So every time he's fought a Poirier up at 155, he's lost. Even in the second fight, he lost because he couldn't land the better shots. Poirier was landing the more bigger shots that had more impact and the ones that were catching the judge's eye. So every time Max Holloway was landing combinations, landing volume, and Poirier would land like a combination and like kind of like he would have the bigger moments, right? Like every time Poirier would land, he would land the better shots, have the better moments every round almost. This is going to come down to one thing. Is Max Holloway going to be able to stay on the outside? Can he stay on the outside and just kind of like uses I think he has more weapons at range. I mean, not that I think he does have more ways to I wouldn't say more ways to win, because I do think Poirier has more ways to win. He has better jiu-jitsu, better ground game. Whereas Max Holloway has more volume on the feet. He's going to be landing more volume. He's going to stay more busy with those oblique kicks to the knees, low kicks, side kicks to the body, spinning kicks to the body, high kicks, elbows up close, nice jabs. He's going to be pumping the jab out there. Whereas Poirier, he wants to get up close. He'll throw nice low kicks. We've seen him go out there absolutely brutalize Connor's base with those calf kicks. I'm going to have to go Poirier, man. He's the underdog here, and it's his retirement fight at home. This is a 50-50 fight. I think this is a 50-50 fight. Do I see Max Holloway knocking him out in the first rounds? For early rounds, not really. I don't really see him knocking up Poirier early. I know Poirier got knocked out by Justin Gaethje with that high kick, but that's something you can't really prepare for, Ray. I'm gonna have to go with Poirier plus money. I know this is his retirement fight. He's never lost 2 fights in a row in the UFC. Well, this is gonna be a crazy fight. Dustin has 10 fight of the nights and 5 performance of the nights in his career. Max Holloway has 7 fight of the nights, 6 performance of the nights, and that's a combined 23 bonuses between these two guys. That's incredible. I mean, they're both absolute legends in MMA. I'm gonna have to go to Poirier, man. I think Poirier at home as an underdog. I gotta take him here as underdog. I mean, at home, plus 110 for Poirier. He actually opened up at minus 150 on Bet Online. He opened up minus 103 on Cloudbet. I'm gonna have to go with Poirier. I think Poirier can win, but Max Holloway wasn't looking bad against the Poirier. I watched that fight back this morning. He was having success. Obviously, he got knocked out for the first time in his career. But then he knocked out Justin Gaethje at UFC 100. Incredible. He was absolutely outclassing Justin Gaethje. He's been looking good, man. He's been looking good, obviously, but I think Poirier can pull this off at home in his last fight in the UFC. I don't think he's gonna go out on a loss. So I'm gonna go with Poirier to win. This is gonna be, we're all gonna win. I mean, we're all gonna win. We're gonna get to see this absolute banger. And this goes 5 rounds, which I can see this one going 5 rounds. And I think this one can go 5 rounds. Fight goes a distance plus 110. I think it goes a distance. So let's put our picks in, guys. Let's put our picks in now. I'm going with the Poirier by decision. Poirier is actually 7-1 in decisions when fights go the distance in the UFC. Zellhuber by submission, second on. Ige by decision. Kopylov by KO, second on. Maybe like a third round. I can see like a third round kill from Kopylov again. I'm gonna go second on. Kevin Holland by. Does he knock him out? Does he submit him? I'm gonna say a third round submission from Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland by decision. Dulatov by KO first round. Oliveira by decision. Curly Judice by decision. Jimmy Crute by first round submission. If Crute loses this fight, I'm never going to pick him again. So he has to go out there and win this one. Prado by decision, maybe. Gautier by KO. Brutal KO in the first round. Ryan Spann, he's got to go out there and win, man. Ryan Spann, if you lose to Lucas Brzeski, you might as well retire. They better cut him. They have to cut him if he loses this fight. First round. I only trust him in the first round. I don't trust him if he goes past the first round. There you guys go, man. Those are my full card predictions. Let me know what you guys think down below. And make sure you guys like the video, subscribe on your way out. Also join Discord. We have a really good Discord community. And also follow me on Twitter. You guys can send me a DM on Twitter if you guys have any questions. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy. I will be live for this entire card on July 19th. So we have a lot of fun in the live watch parties. So hopefully I see you guys there. And I want to thank all the members on the channel. Because of you guys, I can do this every week. I can do these breakdowns. I can make content on my channel. Appreciate you guys supporting my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, you guys have a beautiful 2 weeks. We're only 2 weeks away from this card. Or less than 2 weeks now. We're away from this card. Less than 2 weeks. All right, guys. Later. Take it easy.